Hi everyone, welcome you all to the new lecture on development of surfaces. In the problem, it is given that it's a cone of base diameter 60 mm and axis length 70 mm. So I have made a cone that is circle with 60 mm diameter and the axis length is 70 mm. Right? So I divided the base circle into 8 equal divisions. That is your wish. You can divide the cone into 12 equal divisions also. But for a development of surface, it is easy to draw the 8 segment circle. So I divided the circle into 8 equal segments, right? So now the cutting plane condition given here is the cutting plane makes an angle of 30 degree to the HP and bisecting the axis. So the axis length is 70 mm. Since it is bisecting, I have to make 35 mm from the base or from the top apex point, right? So I'm making a 35 mm here and this is your 35 mm, and then you have to make a 30-degree line in order to complete the cutting plane. So this is your 30-degree line. Set the 30 degree in mini drafter and draw a line through that point in order to complete the cutting plane. So this is your cutting plane. The cutting plane angle is 30 degree and mark that 30 degree here. You'll get the 30 degree here. Okay. Now the next thing what you have to do, you have to mark all the cutting points and then you have to draw the front sectional view and the top sectional view. So now to mark the, before mark the cutting plane, you have to find out the true slant length. Here the edge OE or OA is horizontal, hence this length can be taken as true slant length. This OA or OE can be taken as true slant length. Now measure the true TSL length. You will get exactly 76 mm. 76 mm is your true slant length. So mark it here. TSL equal to 76. Right? So this is your true slant length. Now what you have to do, you have to mark all the cutting points. Here the cutting plane cuts the longer edges at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 places. Now you have to count the cutting points, number of cutting points. Here there is only one edge, so here one cutting point will come. Here OB and OH, there are two cutting longer edges, so here two cutting points. Here two cutting points. Here two cutting points. Here only one edge is there, so here also one cutting point will come. So 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1, totally 8 cutting points you will have. Now name the cutting points. This is your point P dash. Here the visible point is Q dash. Q dash point will be in the longer edge OB, since OB is visible. Similarly here R dash. Here S dash. T dash. Then you have to come in the reverse direction in order to mark the invisible cutting points. So this is your first invisible point, U dash. Here V dash, here W dash. So there are 8 cutting points. That cutting points has to be transferred to here in order to draw the top sectional view. Now we will complete the front sectional view. So in this portion, this entire portion gets removed and this portion will be remaining portion. So that is retained portion. So what you have to do, you have to draw the outer edges with H pencil in order to show the retained portion, that is your front sectional view. So this is your front sectional view. Right. Now you have to transfer all the cutting points from here to top view in order to draw the top sectional view. Now what you have to do, you first try to transfer the point P. So point P is in the longer edge OA. Hence this point P has to be projected up to point OA. So this is your point P. So this is point P. Now Q and W has to be transferred. Q is in the visible edge OB. So here point Q will come. Here invisible point W will come. Now this R and V has to be transferred by our method which we discussed in the last video. So now this point S and U has to be transferred. So point S will be the visible point and point U will be the invisible point. So this is point U. Then again point T has to be transferred in the point line OE. So this is your point T. Now the point R dash and V dash, that is R and V, has to be transferred. What you should do? You should draw a horizontal line up to the true slant length up to here, and that point has to be transferred up to the OE line. Since that point is in OE, this point has to be transferred up to OE. So now that point has to be rotated in order to get those cutting points like this. Similarly here. Now these two are the cutting points. This is visible cutting point R. This is invisible cutting point V. Now next thing, you have to connect all the cutting points. Since it is a cone, the cut surface will be a parabola or ellipse. Here in this case it is not cutting the base edge, so you will get a ellipse in the top view. So this has to be connected with the curved lines, not with straight lines. You should draw with your hands, not with the help of scale. So just make a point like this: PQ, QR, RS, ST, TU, UV, VW, and then finally connected. This is your top sectional view. Then this portion also has to be thicked with H pencil. This portion you should draw with your compass only, not with the freehand sketching, right? So now this is the top sectional view, this is the front sectional view. Now we should go for the developed view of this cut cone. That is your final drawing. What you have to do? Take the true slant length with your compass and mark a point O here, and then from the point O just draw an arc like this, drawn arc. Now the very important thing comes here for a cone. If it is a pyramid, what will I do? I will just measure the side, and from any point over the arc I will just make a mark, if my pyramid, if it is a square pyramid of 45 mm, what will I do? I will make a here 45 mm, 45 mm, 45 mm, so that you will get 4 divisions. Now in the bottom base, when you open the cone, in the bottom base you will not have the straight lines, you will have the curved line. So this curved line length must be find out in order to draw the development view. So there is a formula for that. The formula is R divided by true length into 360. So this R is nothing but the base radius of the circle. So radius is 30 mm and this true length is your true slant length. So we have find out that true slant length is 76 into 360. Now this angle comes around 142. This is your angle of this completed arc. So now what you have to do, set 0 degree in your drafter and then from point O up to the arc just make a horizontal line like this. Right, now if it is 142, then divide this angle into 2. So if it is 142, you just make 71 in the upper half, 71 in the lower half. Now set 71 degree in the drafter like this. So this is your 71 degree. So with 71 degree, just make a line here, and in the opposite angle also make 71 degree, make 71 degree and draw an arc, draw a line up to the arc here. Now this angle is 71, this angle is 71, and totally you will get this 142 degree. So since it is 142 degree, this is your developed view. Then now what you have to do, the circle is divided into 8 divisions. This portion has to be divided into 8 divisions. This angle is 71 degree. Just divide that 71 degree into 2, you will get 35.5, 35.5. In some section you make 35, here you make 36. So this is your 0 degree, then make 35. This is your 35 degree. So with the 35 degree, just make an line here. Now similarly in the opposite side, with the 35 degree, make an angle. This is your 35 degree. Just draw a line here. Now your arc, that 142 degrees, divided into 4 equal segments, approximately equal segments. This may be 35, this may be 36, this may be 35, this may be 36. Put together, this is 71, this is 71, total 142. Now you have to divide each segments into 2. So this segment angle is 35. So 35 divided by 2, you will get 17.5. So make again from 0 degree, make 17.5. That is, maybe it is 17 or 18 degree. So I am making 18 degree and just this is my 18 degree. Now this segment is divided into 2 equal parts. This is 18 degree, this is 17 degree. Similarly, this segment has to be divided into 2 equal parts. Now this is your 35 degree, this is your 35 degree. So if I make a line here, this is your 17 degree and this is your 35. So 35 plus 17, it is 45, 52. Just set the angle of 52 in your drafter and draw a line here. You will get exactly the dividend like this. Now this is 17, 16, 17, 16, cumulative 71. So similarly in the opposite side, just make 17 degree and draw a line, and then this 35 plus again on 17. Okay. Now this arc of 142 degree is divided into equal segments. This is your point A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, again A. The important difference between a pyramid and a cone is in pyramid you will connect this AB line with a straight line. Similarly BC, CD, DE, EF, FG, GH, HA. All these lines will be a straight line, but here in a cone it will be a curved line only. This is your development of your cone. Before the cutting plane, cut the cone, right? Now what you have to do, these cut point, that is this cutting point has to be transferred here to finalize your developed view. So now the point P, come to the point P, the point P has to be transferred. So what you have to do, so this point P has to be transferred to the true slant length with the horizontal line. Similarly Q and W has to be transferred, and RV already we transferred, and SU and this T point is already in the true slant length only. Now take your compass, measure the point P from point O like this. This is your projected point P. You can make the point directly from here, since the point OA is also, the line OA is also the true slant length, but without confusion you just measure it here, and the point P has to be transferred in the line OA. So in the OA line just cut an arc. Similarly here cut an arc, you will get the point P. This is your point P, here it is your point P. Now the next point Q and W has to be transferred. Now measure this point Q and W. Measure this length Q and W from point O. The point Q is in the line OB, right? So just cut it from here. This is your point Q. Similarly, with the same length, point W has to be transferred to the OH line. So this is your point W, right? The next thing, you have to transfer the point R and V. Just measure this point and V in the true slant length from point O. The point R is in the OC line. Where is OC? So here it is, and OG, here it is. Then this is your point R, this is your point V. Similarly OS and OU. This has to be measured, and the point S will be in the line OD, and the point U will be in the line OF. This is point S, this is point U. Then measure the point T, the true slant length, cut an arc here, you will get the point T. Now you have to connect all the cutting points with the curved lines, not with the straight lines. So this point P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, P. So this is your final developed view of the cut section. With the H pencil, you just mark all these things. So this is your final developed view of the truncated cone. Okay, thank you all.